Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hovering just below the 29k level after it reversed in the trend reversal support area that is relevant for this wave 2, and also after it broke out of this descending wedge channel, channel basically, which was overall you can call it a bullish pattern typically. These wedges, a descending wedge. Certainly the move down was corrective, so we were anticipating at some point here a break to the upside, and down here on the 15th of June was the first time that we said, okay, it's now possible, but obviously you really only know once you see a signal, and we currently see some interesting signals that indicate that indeed we have a wave 2 low in place here now, and we're tracking a possible move to the upside that is developing. There's a few possibilities how this move up can be labeled. I mean, the subwave structures, but either way, the focus can be on higher at the moment. And we're going to take a look at what is the level that now needs to hold for price to climb higher, and what is the level below which we have to expect a breakdown. Because let's talk about the overall bullish and bearish scenario. First of all, taking a look at the bigger context. If you want even more context, take a look at my last video today. I explained that in a little bit more detail, but at the moment the assumption is that we moved up in a wave 1 to the February high, the move down in a wave 2 into the 10th of March low, then another wave 1 to the upside and the wave 2 down. Here we can debate if the wave 1 set here or here, but I have it here now due to the wave 2 possibly to be finished. So possibly it's finished. And we could then rally in a third wave. What would be the target for the yellow third wave? Let's just measure that. We take the length of the wave 1, we go to the low of the wave 2, and then we talk about roughly the 40k level minimum for a third wave impulse. How would that work out? Well, it would be a 5-wave move. So it would ideally be an impulse, this third wave. And if we take a look at the Fibonacci, the wave counts here, we would look at this as follows: a wave 1 to the upside, at some point a wave 2 pullback. That may be extremely shallow, especially in a third wave. Then a third wave of a third wave, which should be really aggressive. Then a fourth wave and a fifth wave. This should complete this yellow third wave at some point. We will be able to calculate the target for the yellow third wave in more detail once we have the wave 1 complete and the wave 2. Then we can calculate the target for the third of a third wave, which we call the heart of a third wave rally, the fourth and the fifth. So that's going to be interesting. Now, does it mean it definitely needs to go up now? No, of course not. That's why we look at risk management, right? However, as long as we only have a 3-wave structure to the upside, which we currently have, we need to be very mindful that this could just simply be a B wave. Because what's possible is that this move down was just an A wave, the move up is a B wave, and we get a C wave to the downside later. That is still possible. It would, however, be still part of the same scenario of a 1-2, 1-2 setup. It's just that we would have an expanded flat or a running flat in this wave 2. But I have no evidence for that at this stage. That is why I communicate at every stage the relevant bullish support level, and as long as that is holding, the focus can be on higher, because we're now above the bullish support level, same way as we were here above the relevant bullish support level at 22k. So now let's zoom in and take a look at the detailed wave count. We're currently looking at this as a possible diagonal structure, maybe an impulse. Okay, maybe an impulse, because it is currently moving up quite a lot. So the idea was that it could be a diagonal pattern, because the wave 1 here looks corrective, so that we had a 3-wave move in the wave 1, a wave 2 pullback, a 3-wave move in the wave 3. But this is getting this is looking more like an impulse at the moment, so it would indicate that the wave 1 itself might have been a diagonal. Disregard all that. If you're not too familiar with Elliott Wave, this is just the academic side of things, so it's not necessarily too important for trading. But I know there are people who are watching this for, you know, to learn and everything. So I just want to mention that. So I think more and more that just the wave 1 might have been a diagonal in a 5-wave move, but as a diagonal, yeah, because these subwaves didn't really adhere very nicely to Fibonacci extensions, but it's a 5-wave move. So maybe wave 1 is diagonal, wave 2 pullback, wave 3 in the making now, and it's sort of following the count at the moment. I gave you in the previous video a relevant support level. We can now lift that a little bit, just a tiny bit. That is the support level that if it's holding, price can still climb higher in this 5-wave move. And that level is now 27,940. As long as this 50% level isn't broken to the downside, the focus can be on higher. Be aware that we also have an ascending trend line here. That's what I communicated yesterday already. And I said, okay, if we break the trend line, we might get a deeper pullback. But as long as the trend line is holding, we can escalate higher directly. We had a very shallow wave 2 here. I had a few questions, you know, why is it still a valid wave 2? Because there isn't really a rule how deep a wave 2 should really go. Yeah, there isn't really a rule. There is a guideline, and the wave 2 should ideally go to the 50% retracement. Now, this is idealized, okay? Of course, there are Fibonacci retracements before, and you can get very shallow wave 2s, especially in a 3rd wave rally. That's what I tried to make crystal clear this time, because the knowledge that we have that the next rally could be a 3rd wave rally means that pullbacks can be very shallow. Pullbacks in the entire move up can be very shallow. You just need to be preparing for that. I know a lot of people are still waiting for, or are always waiting for deep pullbacks. Sometimes they just don't happen. Okay, that's why scaling in can be so important, yeah, or just having a position in the first place can be so important. But yeah, no, the only rule, or there are 2 rules basically for a wave 2. One rule is it should be a 3-wave move. It should be a correction. And the other rule is it must not go below the beginning of the wave 1. And they are basically the 2 main rules. There are guidelines, yes, but be aware we are in crypto, it's volatile, and on the smaller time frames, you see all sorts of distortions. So yeah, at the moment, basically no change from the previous update. Could still be moving up here in a 5-wave move within wave 3. It might have done in the 3rd wave, a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. Again, this is where you get to the limits really, because it's getting quite choppy here now. 1 second. Could very well be that at any point this 3rd wave is in. Yeah, maybe it already was in. We've done the wave 4 and we're now moving higher in a wave 5. At any point when this wave 3 here is finished, the pullback should not go below 27,944. Be aware that in a 3rd wave rally, it's not that useful or recommended to try to decipher the micro count, because it can always extend. What you need to know in a 3rd wave rally, the standard expectation has to be that extensions happen and pullbacks will be shallow. Okay, so don't be surprised if prices escalate higher than you think they do. That's normal in a wave 4, in a wave 3. But obviously, a condition is that the yellow support area is holding. Now we're approaching key resistance levels. So we have resistance here, structurally, at 29,200 pretty much. That's the level we're currently fighting with. That's a very important one. Above that, we've got the 30k level and the 31k level. Really above 31k, I think it's go time. That would be a real breakout in a 3rd wave rally. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.